I was a journalist, so I basically had the possibility to get in touch with him because he was a distributor, so he was doing sales and promotion of the releases. I started going to his place, to get some promo copies, and we started very nicely, a nice human relationship before doing anything else, and I felt comfortable with him. He looked like a very smart person, and I liked being in his presence. So humanly, we got along really well at the beginning. The very first proper Frontiers signing, meaning from the label with the artist, was Mark Mangold and Drive She Said, who licensed to Frontiers their best of album with a few bonus tracks, and also he gave us the rights to reissue the first Touch album, and gave us the possibility to release the second Touch album, which at the time was completely unreleased. Now and Then had a partnership at the time for a number of the releases with MTM Music. So MTM was releasing in the whole of Europe the main priorities of Now and Then Records, in particular bands like Ten, Hugo, Millennium, and so on. The partnership between the two of them had evidently came to some sort of crisis. There were problems between the two of them. I don't even know exactly what the problems were. I just know that Mark Ashton of Now and Then, when he heard from Serafino that Serafino wanted to create a label, he was immediately jumping on board and gave us the opportunity to do a label deal. In other words, we would license all their signing automatically and release them on the European market and even elsewhere. This gave Frontiers again a good amount of releases from the very beginning, and that gave us Ten, Bob Catley, Hugo, Millennium, Mark Free reissue. All those records were really, good sellers. There was also, of course, Crown of Thorns. All those records were all good sellers and gave us the possibility to grow the business in a gradually, but very steadily. And basically in 19 that happened all in 1998, and in 1999 we started to become more proactive and started also to sign more bands on our directly and not anymore through Now and Then. Between the first artists that we contacted writing together emails at the time, I wish to remember, yes, there was also Jimmy Jamison, which we contacted before we knew that he had already something going on with USG Records. There was another one that right now springs to my mind that we have courted for months and months, was Fergie Frederiksen. Was supposed, we were very close to sign for his Equilibrium album, but at the end he decided to sign with MTM at the time. But it's been an ongoing story, and a lot of calls to Fergie, and before passing away he came to visit us here in Napoli, and we had a beautiful meeting together, and we also recalled the very first time that we had the possibility to talk together. It's a fond memory for us. And another really fond memory was, he evidently heard from us, from I don't know exactly who, but we, at the time, of course there were faxes, and I remember one day coming to the office and finding a fax handwritten, 2 or 3 pages fax handwritten by Jim Peterick in person, who was at the time, talking, writing very passionately about his first World Stage album, which, he got, somehow disappointed that we were involved in working at the time with the Survivor, with the Jimmy Jamison Survivor. So I don't know, possibly that was one of the reasons why we could not work on that record. Later on, of course, we could find our way to work together and to bring him back to beautiful melodic rock with Toby Hitchcock and Pride of Lions, and of course we love Jim. I mean, it's been more than 20 years now that we work together, and it's always been with us. So keep rocking, Jim.